Hello, Jennifer and Sarah here from Elevate Transaction Services. Today we are going to discuss the recent updates made to numerous car forms and how they affect you and your clients. We are focusing only on what we feel are the most pertinent additions and updates. There are others we will not cover today, so we recommend checking CAR for additional updated forms. We will also include a link to the forms release quick summary on our website.
As always, quick disclaimer, this is not legal advice, and we strongly advise you to read through each form thoroughly.
The addendum, or ADM, has been reformatted. The new addendum removed the option for the TDS checkbox at the top. This form is not to be used to amend the TDS or SPQ or to change the terms of an already executed agreement, which is detailed in this new addendum.
The Addendum Generic, or ADM-GEN, is a new form to use between agents and clients. However, do not use this form to modify any compensation previously agreed to in a listing agreement or a buyer representation agreement. You would still use the MTLA or the MTBR form in that situation. For example, this form would be used if there's a credit from an agent to their client.
Another new form is the Amendment to Prior Disclosure, or APD. Use this form to amend any prior disclosures, which is most often the TDS or SPQ. There is verbiage on the form stating any amendment to the TDS or SPQ may give the buyer the right to cancel. The Assumed Financing Addendum, or AFA, was edited to make buyer assumption a contingency.
The Additional Signature Addendum, or ASA, was heavily reformatted. It can now be used with multiple forms as long as they were all dated at the same time by checking the appropriate boxes in number 2. If you're using for a residential purchase agreement, you will also need to include a new form, the Liquidated Damages and Arbitration Additional Signature Addendum.
The Liquidated Damages and Arbitration Additional Signature Addendum, or LDAA, is a new form to be used with the ASA to show that the additional signers agree to the liquidated damages and arbitration clause in the residential purchase agreement. The Buyer Inspection Waiver, or BIW, added a subtitle stating the form only applies to buyers and buyers' brokers. The additional investigation recommendation section was also reformatted.
The Fire Hardening and Defensible Space Advisory, or the FHDS, added a new stipulation that if the home is built after January 1st, 2010, sellers do not have to complete sections 2B or 2C. Section 2C, titled List of Low-Cost Retrofits, was added for sellers to answer. The FHA VA Admonitory Clause, or FBAC, was changed slightly. A checkbox was added stating the form is being signed due to a change in the purchase price, and the new form supersedes any previous FBAC. You should now be numbering the forms to clarify which is the most recent.
The Notice to Seller to Perform, or NSP, added the delivery of documents for solar panel systems and balcony inspection to the list of contractual action options. The contingency for substitution of eligibility for assumption of a VA loan was also added. The possible representation of more than one buyer or seller, or PRBS, was also heavily amended. We encourage you to read through this thoroughly. Single agent dual agency information was also added.
The Referral Fee Agreement, or RFA, changed the term recipient broker to representing broker and is defined as the party who makes payment and will represent the client. Referring broker is defined as the party who gets paid for referring the client. The form was also reformatted to more clearly define what transactions are covered and when.
In the Receipt for Reports, or RFR, the List of Reports section was updated with checkboxes to indicate who ordered the report, the buyer or seller. A second checkbox was added to indicate if the report was sent via a link. And a seller signature was added, confirming there are no additional reports.
The Seller in Possession Advisory, or SIPA, is a new form. It identifies areas for buyers and sellers to investigate to determine risks of sellers' continued possession, such as the possibility of creating a tenancy, extended possession, and need for verification of condition and insurance. This form should be signed in conjunction with the Seller in Possession form.
We hope you found this video helpful. As a reminder, we have posted the link to the CAR Quick Form Summary on our website. If you have any follow-up questions, we are happy to answer them for you. Please reach out to us. All of our contact information is on our website at elevatetransactionservices.com. Thank you.
Thank you.